Have you been looking at your garden lately, thinking, well, I guess I missed my chance this year? If that's what you're thinking, don't put your shovel away just yet, because some of the best vegetables you'll harvest all year aren't supposed to be planted in the spring. They're supposed to be planted right now. And if you miss this window, you'll have to wait until next year to get another shot at growing them at their best. That's because July isn't the end of the gardening season. It's the month that quietly sets up some of the biggest, sweetest, and most rewarding harvests of the entire year. While many gardeners are pulling out tired plants and calling it a season, experienced gardeners are doing the exact opposite. They're planting. They know something that many beginners don't. Warm summer soil gives seeds a fast start. Then, as the days begin to cool, many vegetables settle into the kind of growing conditions they love. Some crops grow bigger, others produce longer, and a few actually become sweeter after the first light frost. That's why a fall harvest often surprises people. It isn't just another harvest. For many vegetables, it's the best harvest of the year. Now, before we jump into the list, there's one important thing to know. July doesn't look the same everywhere. If you live in a cooler climate, your planting window may be a little shorter. If you garden in a warmer area, you may have a little more time. So don't worry if your calendar looks different from someone else's. The key is knowing your local growing season and your average first frost date. Once you know those two things, you can adjust almost everything we'll talk about today. And here's the exciting part. The 10 vegetables you're about to see weren't chosen just because they'll grow in July. They were chosen because they can help you extend your gardening season, harvest fresh food well into fall, and in some cases, enjoy vegetables that actually taste better after the weather turns cold. And trust me, one of the vegetables on today's list surprises almost everyone. Most people walk right past it at the garden center this time of year, not realizing they're missing one of the best fall crops they could possibly grow. So before you decide this year's gardening season is winding down, let's make sure you don't miss the second half of it. We're starting with a vegetable that many gardeners accidentally shortchange every single year: beans. Most people plant beans once in the spring, harvest them for a few weeks, and then move on. They assume the plants have done all they can, but experienced gardeners know better. July is actually one of the best times to plant another round of beans because they love warm soil. Instead of waiting around in cool spring ground, the seeds usually sprout much faster, grow quickly, and can give you another generous harvest before the first frost arrives. Here's the mistake to avoid. A lot of people plant bean seeds too shallow during the hottest part of summer. The top layer of soil dries out fast, and those seeds can struggle before they even have a chance to sprout. Instead, plant them a little deeper. About 2 inches is usually enough to reach soil that stays moist longer. That one small change can make a big difference in how evenly your beans come up. And here's a simple trick that many home gardeners never think about. Don't plant all your beans on the same day. Plant a short row this week, then another row about a week later. By staggering your planting, you'll be picking fresh, tender beans for weeks instead of harvesting everything at once. It's a simple habit, but it's one of the easiest ways to keep your garden producing long after many people think the season is over. Now, if your cucumber plants disappointed you earlier this summer, don't give up on them just yet. July gives you a second chance. Maybe insects got to them, maybe disease took over, or maybe the plants simply slowed down once the heat settled in. Whatever happened, starting fresh now can actually work in your favor. By this point in the season, many of the early pest problems have already passed, and warm soil helps new cucumber plants get off to a fast start. But there's one thing that will decide whether your cucumbers are crisp and refreshing or bitter enough that nobody wants to eat them: water. Cucumbers grow incredibly fast, and they need steady moisture while they're producing fruit. If the soil keeps drying out and then getting soaked again, the plants become stressed, and that's when bitterness often shows up. A layer of mulch around the base of the plants can help hold moisture in the soil and reduce how often you need to water during hot weather. Do that. Harvest your cucumbers while they're still young, and you'll usually end up with better flavor and a much longer harvest. Here's a vegetable that almost every gardener has a story about. Either it barely produced, or it produced so much that neighbors started avoiding eye contact. Zucchini doesn't usually struggle because it's difficult to grow. It struggles because timing matters. By July, many of the zucchini plants that were planted in spring are already showing signs of stress. Powdery mildew starts spreading across the leaves. Squash vine borers may have damaged the stems. What looked like a healthy plant a week ago can suddenly begin to collapse. That's why planting a fresh crop now often makes perfect sense. Your new plants get a clean start. Warm soil helps them grow quickly, and they'll continue producing right into the cooler days of fall. One tip that can save you a lot of frustration. Don't wait until the zucchini becomes huge. The smaller fruits are sweeter, more tender, and have fewer seeds. Even better, harvesting them regularly encourages the plant to keep producing more. It's one of those rare vegetables where picking more often actually leads to a bigger harvest. If you've only harvested carrots in the middle of summer, there's a good chance you've never tasted how sweet they're actually meant to be. It sounds surprising, but carrots don't reach their best flavor during hot weather. They reach it after the air starts to cool. As fall approaches and the first light frosts arrive, carrot plants naturally turn more of their stored starch into sugar. It's their way of protecting themselves from the cold, and it's exactly what gives fall-grown carrots that rich, sweet flavor gardeners love. That's why July is such a smart time to plant them. The warm soil helps the seeds get started, while the cooler weeks ahead give the roots time to develop slowly, without the stress of summer heat. Now here's the challenge. Carrot seeds are tiny, and they need steady moisture to germinate. If the surface of the soil dries out for even a day or two, you may end up with patchy rows and disappointing results. An easy fix is to cover the seeded row with a thin layer of straw or another light mulch. It helps keep the soil cool and moist until the seedlings begin to appear. Give your carrots a little patience, and by the time autumn arrives, you'll understand why so many gardeners refuse to harvest them too early. Let's talk about one vegetable that completely changes its personality once the weather turns cold: kale. If you've ever tasted kale in the middle of summer and thought it was too bitter or too tough, don't write it off just yet. You may have eaten it at the wrong time. After a few chilly nights, something remarkable happens. As the plant prepares for colder weather, it begins converting starches into natural sugars. Those once bitter leaves become noticeably sweeter, milder, and much more enjoyable to eat. That's one of the reasons experienced gardeners love planting kale in July. It has plenty of time to grow while the weather is still warm, then reaches its peak just as cooler temperatures arrive. The best part is that you don't have to harvest the whole plant at once. Pick the older leaves from the bottom, and the center of the plant keeps producing fresh new growth for weeks, sometimes even months, depending on your climate. It's one of the few vegetables that keeps giving long after many summer crops have already finished. Before we get to the next vegetables, let me ask you something. Have you ever planted a fall garden before, or is this your first time trying one? If you're picking up a useful tip or learning something new, take a second to like the video. It really helps the channel, and it tells me you'd like to see more seasonal gardening guides like this. Now let's keep going, because the next vegetable is one that many people accidentally grow at the wrong time of year. Here's a mistake that catches a lot of gardeners. They try to grow broccoli for a summer harvest, then they wonder why the heads are small, loose, or start flowering before they're ready. The problem usually isn't the gardener. It's the timing. Broccoli has always been a cool season crop. It performs its best when it's maturing in cooler weather, not during the hottest weeks of summer. That's why planting it in July makes so much sense. While the days are still warm, the plant focuses on building strong roots and healthy leaves. Then, as temperatures begin to drop, it puts its energy into producing tight, firm heads with much better flavor. One thing to remember is that broccoli still needs consistent watering while it's getting established. Dry spells during hot weather can slow its growth and reduce the size of the harvest later on. Give it steady moisture now, and you'll be rewarded with one of the best-tasting broccoli harvests you've ever grown. If you're looking for a vegetable that keeps feeding you long after the gardening season ends, cabbage deserves a place in your garden. In fact, one good harvest can last for weeks, or even months, if you store it properly. But here's what many people don't realize. Cabbage doesn't enjoy forming heads in extreme summer heat. When temperatures stay too high, the heads can split before they're ready, or the plant may never develop properly at all. Planting in July changes that. The plants spend the rest of summer building strength, then begin forming dense, solid heads as cooler weather moves in. And just like carrots and kale, cabbage benefits from those cool autumn temperatures. The flavor becomes sweeter, the leaves become crisper, and the heads store much better after harvest. It's one of those vegetables that rewards patience. Instead of rushing to produce, it quietly gets better with time. If you've only been growing beets for the roots, you've been missing half the harvest. That's one of the things that makes beets such a smart choice for July. Long before the roots are ready to pull, the young leaves can already be picked and eaten. They're tender, packed with nutrients, and work just like spinach in salads, soups, or a quick sauté. Meanwhile, the roots keep growing underground. It's like getting two harvests from one planting. And just like carrots, beets become sweeter as the weather cools. As fall approaches, the plant naturally stores more sugars in the roots, giving them a richer, smoother flavor than many summer-grown beets. Here's one simple trick that can make a big difference. Before planting, soak the seeds in water overnight. Beet seeds have a tough outer coating, and soaking them helps speed up germination, especially when you're planting during the heat of July. It's a small step that many gardeners skip, but one that often leads to stronger, more even seedlings. By the time you're pulling those deep red roots from the soil in the fall, you'll be glad you gave them a head start. Now let's talk about the vegetable that teaches every gardener one important lesson: patience. Brussels sprouts aren't in a hurry. In fact, they're one of the slowest crops you'll grow all season. If you're looking for something to harvest in a few weeks, this isn't it. But if you're willing to wait, the reward is worth every day. These plants spend months developing before those little sprouts begin filling in along the stem. And just when many gardens are slowing down, Brussels sprouts are hitting their stride. Here's something many people don't realize. Those first chilly nights don't hurt Brussels sprouts. They actually improve them. Cold weather encourages the plant to convert starches into natural sugars, giving the sprouts a sweeter, milder flavor than anything you'll usually find in the grocery store. One tip that can make all the difference is giving each plant plenty of room. They grow much larger than most people expect, and good airflow helps keep the plants healthier throughout the season. If you've never enjoyed Brussels sprouts before, don't let childhood memories fool you. Fresh, homegrown sprouts picked after a light frost are a completely different experience. Sometimes all it takes is growing them yourself to understand why so many gardeners swear by them. We're ending with a vegetable that doesn't always get the attention it deserves: Swiss chard. It may not be the first crop people get excited about. It may never become the star of your garden, but it just keeps showing up. While some leafy greens struggle through summer heat, Swiss chard keeps growing. When cooler weather arrives, it keeps growing. Even after other vegetables begin fading for the season, it keeps producing fresh leaves. That's what makes it one of the most dependable vegetables you can plant in July. The best part is that you don't have to harvest the entire plant. Simply pick the larger outer leaves, and the center keeps producing new ones. Come back a few days later, there's more waiting for you. Week after week, harvest after harvest, the plant just keeps giving. And if you choose colorful varieties like bright lights, you'll enjoy something else besides fresh food. The bright red, yellow, orange, and pink stems bring beautiful color to the garden at a time when many summer plants are beginning to fade. Sometimes the best vegetable in the garden isn't the one that grows the biggest. It's the one you can count on. Swiss chard quietly reminds us of that every single season. So, what have we learned today? July isn't the finish line. It's the month that gives your garden a second chance. While many people look at an empty garden bed and see a season that's coming to an end, experienced gardeners see something completely different. They see opportunity. Opportunity to grow fresh vegetables well into fall. Opportunity to enjoy sweeter flavors after the weather cools. And most importantly, opportunity to make the most of every square foot of the garden instead of letting it sit empty. The truth is, gardening isn't just about what you plant, it's about knowing when to plant. And sometimes, changing your timing by just a few weeks can completely change the harvest you bring home. So before you put away your gloves, your watering can, or your garden tools, take another look around your garden. You might have more growing season left than you think. Even a small bed, even a few containers, can still reward you with weeks, or even months, of fresh vegetables if you plant the right crops now. I hope today's video gave you a few new ideas and maybe even the confidence to try something you've never planted before. And now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these vegetables are you planning to grow this July? Or maybe there's another favorite fall crop that's worked well in your garden. Share it down in the comments. Your experience might help another gardener who's watching this video. And if you enjoyed today's guide and want more practical gardening tips throughout the growing season, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. We've got plenty more videos coming to help you grow healthier plants, avoid common mistakes, and harvest more from your garden, one season at a time. Thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. I hope your garden stays healthy, your harvests are abundant, and that this turns out to be your best fall growing season yet. Until next time, happy gardening.